Hello Gemini, and welcome to your 2016 Year at a Glance overview. My first time doing this. I hope you enjoy the format. It is brand new. So let's take a look. For this, I'm going to only be using two oracle decks. One to show your karmic opportunity, and the second one to show what your destiny is calling you to do. So we'll focus first on the karma, and let's see here. Give it a good shuffle a couple of times here, since this is really important. And I've chosen a very balanced deck that shows both positive and challenging aspects of karma. And then I've also showed a really enlightened deck here so that you can really joyfully get to your destiny. All right. So your karmic calling for this month is material wealth, true prosperity. What I'm getting with this card is many of you may have fallen short in a past life or even earlier on in this life in really achieving what you wanted. And so you may have like a magnum opus, a life purpose, a life work that you need to get out there. This could be maybe some sort of a big business venture, a big idea, an artistic project, or maybe something as simple as like having a family. Maybe there's something that you just didn't accomplish in a past life, but it's something where you put a lot of value into it. I do see it being something tangible and something you can touch. That's why I'm thinking a project, a child, you know, something that has substance and sustenance in this world. So what I want you to do is focus on looking at those aspects of what you've had challenges with in this life. Have you had a lot of failed opportunities with relationships that never went anywhere? Have you always longed to have a child? Have you always wanted to start your own business? Have you always wanted to do something that could be handed down to other people? But whatever it is, there's something tangible that you haven't done and you need to start working on this lifetime. We'll get a little bit more as we look at the cards, but let's see. Now for your destiny, which is going to be how you can react to your karma, and this card is coming out. Be vigilant. Do it. So what I want you to do is to tune in a little bit. Again, what I'm getting here is it is something probably that you can touch. It's not just an accomplishment. So either an object, a work, or a person. It's something where you can actually put your hands on it. That's about all I can get for you, and you will have to do more of a one-on-one if you need more information. But there is material attached to this. So think about what you've had a hard time manifesting, and basically be as rigid and vigilant and sort of long-lasting and perseverant as stone. I want you to basically make your will strong, make your body strong, and think, I can do this. There's no relenting from this. That's how you basically attack and diffuse and move past your karma. Okay, let's look at your cards for the month and see how these two karma and destiny cards are going to affect the next 12 months. Okay, this is an exciting year for you with a lot of change, actually. More change than I've seen in some of the other cards, and some major arcana cards that came up. The first month of the year is kind of magical for you. You have the Magician, which means you could sort of execute anything you want. If you've already... Basically, I don't want you to underestimate your own power and your own ability to make great things happen. So this is the month to start a new job, a new project, a new relationship. Whatever this is that you've been dreaming about, just immediately begin on that path. Don't delay. For some of you, come February, there is going to be a tax on your monetary resources. You might find a shift in a job. There might be a short-term loss that comes through. This could cause stress leading into the third month, but by April I see a recovery. So what I want you to try to do here is to not get too pulled down. Remember that you have a lot of energy and possibility that's starting off the year, if you now know that you can reach a recovery by April, you can sort of breeze past these and allow your own energy to sort of buoy you up. So with that in mind, what I would do in February is take a look at the losses, take a look really closely at any contracts or opportunities that come through, and make sure that you dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and look at any sort of questions that you have. They're valid questions. If you make a mistake, just don't make it the end of the world. Quickly brush the dust off your shoulders and start down the second path. You must have a plan B. And that's a great thing to start doing in January is having a plan B, C, D. I see the first 4 months of the year being almost exclusively related to business. And that does not surprise me, because material wealth and prosperity are sort of governing your first half of the year. You'll be heading towards the execution of vigilance later. But we have fire energy at the beginning and we have earth energy at the end. Okay, so by the 5th month of the year, by May, you may actually be thinking now about moving to a new house, moving to a new job, stepping away from a relationship, or stepping into one. But movement is basically the main theme of that month, and an opportunity. So if you don't feel like moving, think if there are any static areas of your life come the 5th month, and say, is there anything that I can shift that can help me basically feel a little bit more stable, a little bit more controlled, and really help, because you're going to have another karmic lesson pop up around the 6th month. In June, you're going to have the same sort of questions. Let's see, 2nd, 3rd, and 6th months, I see a little bit of setback, loss, and there are challenges here. So what you need to start doing is protecting your assets better, looking at your investments, looking at your expenditures. And so I would really tighten up the purse strings come June. July is better. This is a month where you can make bigger decisions. There's more risk that you can take in business and life and relationships. Good month for anybody that's looking at extending a family. I think it'll be a good time for conception, a good time for adoption, and a good time for just thinking about maybe even combining or merging families. But good month for control as well. Fertile month for any projects. You could start writing something new, creating something new, and even a new relationship. Very fertile, very great month. Middle of the summer, good things are abroad. By the 8th month of the year, this is when there might be a little bit of a challenge with somebody that you've known for a long time. It could be a coworker, a friend, or a family member. I get a sense of sadness and longing coming through here. So you might be pulled away from your duties a little bit, and follow your heart. If it feels like a good investment of time, then do it. And if not, this is someone you've known for a long time, and you can let them know that you've got a lot going on, because I see you right at the nexus here of a busy September. Come September, for some of you, this may be a month where you engage in a marital contract, a new business contract, or you cash in on something. There may be winnings this month. I see prosperity, wealth, and comfort governing September, which is fantastic. Also sort of happiness when it comes to home and friendships. So whatever challenges you had here in the summer, by the time September rolls around, it feels a lot better. Now you have kind of a whammy coming through in October and December. And you have a nice little reprieve and an interesting opportunity for love to blossom come November, possibly with a water sign. But again, I'm not going to sugarcoat the fact that with death reversed, this often means something that you've either been avoiding, you see coming, that you have no ability sometimes to avoid. So I see this shifting in and creating a somewhat chaotic October, but it will ease in November. And then by the time December comes around, it'll be sort of the final phase of whatever was unraveling. But for many of you, this is major. It could be the end of a relationship, a job, or just a big part of your life. I want you to pay special attention to your health during these months. More in October, since we have the death card, and death directly relates to your health. So just make sure that you're safe, that you're you're going to the doctor for your annual physical during this month, getting everything checked out, and pay special attention in December to work, relationships, and looking at your insurance policies, things like that. And it's not a scare tactic. It's just sort of, it's a good time to review. I feel like you're going to be really well balanced this year. There are a couple of cards towards the end that are tricky, but the overall theme is to be vigilant. And I told you before I pulled the cards that I want you to sort of be as strong as a stone, a statue. Think of yourself as a colossus, like the old Colossus, was it at Rhodes or whatever. But this is what you need to be, is like a statue, something that can weather any storm. And that's your attitude as you get into December. I'm not going to pull clarifying cards because, again, I'm not going to have time to do that for everyone. But I think that you know your challenges for next year. You know that it is to just kind of keep with protecting your wealth and your prosperity. It's more about that than relationships. So protect those, and your challenge will happen towards the end of the year. So what would be great at the beginning of the year and the middle of the year is to save money, to put away an emergency fund, and like I said, to look at insurance policies to take care of your health. You may be able to avert and avoid those two. This is why we have tarot readings. I hope that you can change your destiny and attach to something where you're going to be able to protect everything that you maybe haven't had a chance to in the past. So let go of the fear of failure, of loss. Change your attitude towards money and security and think, I can weather any storm. The universe then reacts and thinks, she or he can weather any storm, and starts to shift events around you. So that's your sort of mind over matter for 2016. Looks exciting, at times challenging, but you're going to be fine. I hope this was helpful. If you ever want to do a much more in-depth look at the year, I'm offering a special on my website right now. I think it's a 45-minute version of this, so you can go more in depth. Otherwise, I'll be back again next month, and don't forget to look at your 2016 readings, which for January, which I also posted. The best way to keep track of what's going on, particularly busy months like this where I posted 24 videos, it's to like me on my Facebook page, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter or my newsletter. So I have lots of social networking options, whatever works best for you. There should be a good way to keep in touch. In the meantime, thank you so much for just liking, subscribing, commenting, and understanding. I got a lot to get out, so I'm talking faster for the year at a glance reading. So apologies if I talked faster than usual. I wanted to get it out to everybody by the end of the year. So thanks so much. Have a very good new year, and thank you again for your support and encouragement. Sign out.